Hello friends, welcome to this Laravel tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to do migrations to create, modify and delete tables in Laravel. Actually this is very important steps in Laravel project. It will help us to create tables or modify it. So there are few commands we have to run on terminal to do it. Okay. So the very first command to generate or create migrations file, we will use php artisans make migrations. After that the dash dash create and the table name. Okay, so it's very easy. I'm just going to copy it and paste it on terminal. See here, right now you can see there is no table so called employee address. Okay, I am coming here, pasting it. So the create address table and the table name will be emp address. Okay, so it will create one migration file. Migration files are here under the database migrations. This one, last one, you can also see here the name whatever we given there, it's creating here create address table, right? So here you can see already the emp address are here. Okay, emp address, this is the up method and this is the create method. Create method is used to create the table, right? Here in the down function, if exists this table in db, then drop it and then create it. Okay, so id is already auto increment and primary key, and the timestamps here is for updated at and deleted at. So whatever the columns we want, we have to write here like that, table arrow string. So and find address line 1. Okay, we can give here the length also. Okay, address line 2, right? Now save it, and to run this create command, we have to come here on terminal and write php artisans migrate. I also mentioned here, uh, to create we have to use this one php artisans migrate. Okay, so I'm going to copy it and paste it here. And okay, let me increase the size so it will visible. Okay, so migrate it. So this migration done, we can check it here. See, the table is coming emp address. What is the structure? Structure is id is already big integer and primary key address line 1 with 200 200 and the created at updated at, right? So now uh, this is the way to create a table. Okay, and few commands you should know how to update the table. Means we want to add something like landmark or like zip code, so how we can do it, right? Okay, one more command you should know before do anything, like status php artisan migration migrate status. It will tell you about the which migration file is migrated or not migrated. So if we see, so all the migrations file are migrated, right? If anyone is pending, it will show no, and the batch will be null or empty. So here, suppose now I want to add a landmark. So how we can add landmark? So for doing that, I have to use the same command, but right now here the flag will be table. Okay, and the file name should be like add landmark to address. Okay, and enter. So see, the file is created. File I will get here. Okay, see already the table name is coming. Okay, so now here I have to write like that, table arrow string. This is the type. Okay, the I am typing here string. I will type here number, or so many types are available. You may check the Laravel documentations to get all the types and the syntax there. Okay, so landmark, suppose I am giving here 100. the length should be the 100 characters. Save it, and again we have to run it. Okay, so I am going to show you the status. What is the status? Okay, you can see the last one landmark was not run. Okay, so now I am going to migrate it. Migrate, so it migrated. So now I can see here this landmark is coming with the 100 length. Okay, but one thing is missing here. Suppose a landmark may be necessary or may not necessary. So actually here you can see null is not allowed, so we have to do it also, right? So we can change the attribute like the varchar to text or varchar to number, null to not null, like that. Default value we can set. Okay, so this is another kind of operation in the Laravel. So for doing that you need to this Doctrine DBAL library. So first you have to run this composer command in your terminal. I have already done. I will show you here under the vendor Doctrine. See here I have already the packages. Actually this catch, DBAL, and the event management manager. These three files, these three folders will be come here under the vendor folder. Okay, so doing this kind of operations, so you have to install or you have to bring these files. Okay, then it will work. Okay, and it will the composer, if you have older one composer, please update it. Okay, so it will easy to do it. So now I am again creating one migration file. So now change landmark to address. Okay, the table name will be same. Press enter. This one is created. Okay, come to here and put here like dollar table string. First one address line 2, it should be nullable. Maybe no anyone has no address line 2 nullable. After that we have to give here change. This is important. Change, this change function is only responsible to change the things. Okay, if any default, I will put it here default also. Okay, like this, default default. Okay, but default is not required here, so I am skipping this. And for same landmark. Okay, save it, come to terminal and migrate it again. Okay, migrate. So see, the migration is done. Now come to the table structure and check. See, so this address line 2 become yes, null yes, and the landmark null yes. So this is the kind of things will happen. Okay, after that what will happen? Few of things which may require, I just updated. I'm just giving you the things. So the second one, like rollback. If you put the any rollback, okay, so the migration whatever you done, it will become undone, and again you can change in the migration file and make and migrate it again. So the step flag is here. So how many number you put it here, the migrations will undo like that. Okay, if we put step 1, it will come back one step previous. Okay, the after that the migration reset will what roll back all your applications migration. Okay, if you need to remove everything, so you just use reset command. Same as like refresh will do what, roll back all migrations and migrate it again. The one another is fresh, so drop all tables and migrate it again. Okay, after that you also saw, for updating the tables, this update command, update method is there, so we can do it update. Okay, we can update our table. After that the rollback is done. Status. uh, okay, so the next one is like the renaming the column. So suppose landmark I want to do nearest. Okay, so how we can do it? So for doing, again I have to create the migration file. Okay, change landmark name, your rename. Migration is created, come to here, and for doing this, see here the rename column. Okay, so just copy it and paste it here, and our column was landmark, and put it here nearest. Nearest place. Okay, save it, and again migrate it. So it's migrated. Now come to here, see this landmark changes to the nearest places. So this will work like that. It's very useful command. Sometimes we need to do it to drop the column. We can do it like that. So suppose we want to drop it, so again we have to come here, and again we have to do like that. But one thing you remember, right now my table is empty. Sometimes if the table have already data, okay, so this drop command uh, will very giving problems, because that time the any dependency and any key, so it will not drop. Okay, so drop landmark. Okay, so now I'm going to create. Okay, so this file will come here. I'm going to use this command, this drop, come to here. So now our name is nearest place. Okay, save it, and come to the terminal and migrate it again. So migrated. Now if we can check, so that one will be gone. Okay, that one will be gone. Okay, so this will work like that. So this is the thing. Okay, this one is very important, how to add foreign key, because foreign key we need every time. So how we can do it? So for foreign key, there are so many ways. Okay, this is one way to use this kind of thing. Another thing, another structure is like that, same, no any problem, but we always follow this one, on update, on delete, cascaded, because if anyone deleted there, it should also delete it. Okay, so for doing that, again we have to migrate it. So why we need one migration, add foreign key. Migration is created here. Now come to here. Actually this is already done. Okay, but we can also add, while we are doing new. Okay, so just copy this, paste it here, and okay, my it will reference to the employees table. We have employee table. Yeah, employees table is there. Okay, so this is the table where we are going to reference our foreign key name. Foreign field will be the employee id, and this is the prime parent table name. This means these fields may be nullable on update cascade and on delete cascade. Okay, so this is one type of foreign key, and also we have to add one more line. We have to add one more line here. Okay, this is sufficient. This will automatically do everything, so no problem. Just we have to save it. Okay, and come to the terminal and migrate it. So see, migrated. Now if we come here in the employee address, where it is, see the emp id, and this is the primary key. You can also see here the emp address foreign key. It's added foreign key, right? So whatever means here we can do the joining and the other stuff of query, but this is the way to add the primary add the foreign key in the child table, or we can say in the another table with the primary key of the other tables. Okay, so this is the way to add a foreign key, right? If we want to delete the foreign key, we will use this drop foreign key. Okay, and to create indexes, we can also create indexes. So to do that, we have to again create a migration files and do it like this is the foreign key or the primary key is a one kind of indexes. Okay, so we can do it like that. If we need the email id should be unique, so we use the unique things. Okay, if we use this composite or compound index, so we can do it like that. So that here we are using the index functions. Okay, in in the primary key, it's in the primary key it was the auto increment and the unique. Okay, in the foreign key will be the same, but for email we are using the unique indexing, and we can also use the composite or compound index using the index functions. Okay, so we can do it if our schema, if our requirement is much more complex, then we are going to use this kind of stuff. Okay, we can also drop the index, and we can also what we can do it finally, if we done all the things, we can dump our schema into the one file, so it will easier to handle us. Okay, but I recommend it you should do it at end when your project is already done or completed, then it will convert into the single file, because it will not give you much more problem. But this command sometimes give you a problem, because this mysql dump command will mysql dump command may not found or path not set like that. Okay, but you may want, you can do it, otherwise it's not required at all. Any details you want about the type, about the default or nullable, you may visit this Laravel documentation to get more things. Okay, so this is all done for today. In the next video I will come with some other stuff. Thank you.